Hope you all enjoy the race, and I hope you all are doing well. All right, and they're off. Right, nice targets here from Kalibur. East taking his time with the targets, but getting them good. So that's just a little tricky because they have to do all this effort of aiming before they actually get their HUD. You're going to see them dashing around a lot. Basically, this game has no sideways speed caps, so they're just going to be flinging themselves sideways instead of just walking forwards. It's considerably quicker to launch themselves in that way. 105, thank you, K-Berry. All right, so moving through, this is the frigate. This game is and I don't know if the times, oh, they aren't quite lined up yet. That's why I'm getting confused here. Oh, East rocking the fusion suit, as always. Nice dashes there from Kalibur. Same from East, following right behind. See if they're going to be going for Cody Ledge. Yep, looks like they're both going for the Cody Ledge there. Tricky little bomb jump there. And then a reposition. Ooh, fun fall for Kalibur there. Nice job on East there getting that. I know he's been practicing that one a bunch. And nice, Kalibur got a second try. Basically, it's just a funky little reposition. Skip's having to go walk around that entire room. He's getting bullied a bit and getting the pirate launch. That's good. You get just enough behind that pirate, he'll hop up, and there can be some fun. Oh, East grabbing that safety save. Looks like he'll probably be going for the frigate wall crawl, which is a very tough, very punishing trick here in this run after the after they fight this little boss here. Let's hope East doesn't get doored, because those two are charging up real good. So this is the Parasite Queen. Blink and you'll miss her, maybe. Basically, they are manually aiming up at her weak point. Normally, you'd have to scan her, and then it would retarget you up there, but it's much faster just to manually aim up. Ooh, very close here on the Parasite Queen kill. We'll see how their escapes go. East did that safety save, so he'll probably be doing the wall crawl. Coming up here, you're going to see they'll be going through the same set of rooms, and then it'll diverge a bit. East is going to be most likely going for a trick. It's another reposition, similar to the one before, where he basically is going to morph in a very, very specific spot. It's super precise. It's really tricky, where it'll pop him out of bounds. All right, let's see it here. He's going to line up here. Missed the first one. Nice. Third try. Okay, he's over there. This can be salvageable, I'm pretty sure. And we'll see Kalibur running through the inbounds of the escape sequence. Nice. And East is up. So basically, East is going to be running around on the outside of this map. This allows him to go back out through the way we came in, which optimally can save about a minute. Obviously, that's entirely optimal. Ooh, East with a fall there, but he should be able to hop back up. generally speaking, they'll get out inbounds. They would get out at about 4:30 optimally. 4 minutes and 30 seconds remaining on the clock. The best of the frigate wall crawls you can get out at 5 minutes 30, which, seeing the time there, East would have already been out if it was like the perfect one, but obviously a person probably isn't going to get that. And here we'll see East doing some Aether Jumping, basically standing far enough away. Every room is in a box. You can stand inside this Aether, and then when you step out of it, you'll fall down into like the regular physics of the world by hopping just inside of it. There is a 3-frame window. It's super tight, where you can basically jump and then put yourself back in the Aether, and then you just repeat that, and you can gain a good amount of height very quickly. It's nice. That transitions is definitely tricky. And you'll see East dropping down on doors and dropping down in very specific spots like this. These are to find the load triggers and hit them. Obviously, when you're inbounds, you just walk through the load triggers, no issue. But when you're out of bounds, you have to specifically go out of the way to get the load triggers where they stick out of bounds just a little bit. Oh, and he missed the door warp. Ooh. There is a backup, I know, where you can go and drop in, but it's a very tight little spot that you have to hit there to get the backup. Let's see if he can do it. And he got it. Oh, that is, whew, that is a good backup there. That is a super tricky backup there. Oh man. Ow. And Kalibur not too far behind here with the inbounds escape. Setting a good time with an escape with 412. That was, whew. GG's for that one. Ooh. So now we're going to be moving down to the planet Talon in chase of our good friend Ridley here. Now we get into the meat and potatoes of it. So the big first trick in this game we're going to see is space jump first. Basically, he's going to dash up here, hop up top, and grab space jump first. Normally, you'd have to do like half hour, 45 minutes, something like that of in-game time casually before you get space jump. You got to go to like 3 other areas. We just grab it right off the get. And grabbing space jump first. Ooh, Kalibur with a little goof on the dash there, but going at it again. Nice, clean with the bunny hop as well. Space jump opens the early game here wide open. The entire beginning of this game was designed with only one jump in mind, so them having this allows a lot of sequence breaks. East here moving into Shozo, going to be going to get our morph ball back. You'll notice that Kalibur had the cutscene where he lost all of his all of their items. Even though East technically skipped that cutscene, when you land on the planet, there's another check that takes away your items anyway. They just wanted to be doubly sure you lost your items. Ooh, East missing that little jump there. So it's deceivingly tricky, that jump. Got it second try though, nice. Yeah, no item loss skip in Prime 1. This isn't Prime 2. Nice, Kalibur getting that little hop first try. Oh boy, it's time for our favorite music, the Beetle music. Beetle, oh, Kalibur, so nice to us. Hopping over the Beetle music. What a pal. You'll see East open his map here. That's basically to give this room a bit more time to load. Saves just like a second or so while the rooms load. Kalibur doing the same as well. Right. East moving through here to grab the charge beam, doing some very clever hops to get around all of these, the slap vines, the Reaper vines. They have a good amount of hitback, so bouncing into one of those will just knock you clear off the platform. Kalibur hot on his trail, though. Not a whole lot of difference between the two of them right now. Taking a bit of a safer route through. And nice, that was a good exit there by East. So we'll see East here locking on and opening that door up there. That door is a save room. We're opening that up for later. That's a little secret surprise for later in the run if you aren't aware of it yet. Just know that we'll need it. And now East moving towards, with Kalibur hot in pursuit here, moving towards our next mini-boss, the Incinerator Drone. The best boss, by far. Every boss is the best boss, but this is the best boss. Yep, Kalibur also opening that up for later. So, Incinerator Drone, we call him Zoid, after, I forget exactly his name, but one of the lead developers that worked on this game, who designed the RNG element of this boss. This boss has 35 seconds of variance. Completely random. Basically, it's a waiting game, where you just wait for it to open up. Maybe you save some time, maybe it takes some time. Zoid giveth and Zoid taketh away. The cue to listen to is if the music loops, it's generally considered to be poor RNG. That's kind of just the way to listen for it. If it does loop, then it's a bit of a longer run through. So let's see how Zoid treats these two, because that could even the playing fields for sure, with how close together these two are right now. East, that seemed like it was a pretty quick Zoid. I couldn't hear the music for it, but that definitely seemed to be pretty quick. Bombs are bullying our boy East over here. Nice. Kalibur getting through. A little bit of a bully from Zoid, but not too bad. Both going to be heading out and heading towards the next boss. The kind of main boss of this area. Oh, excuse me. Yep, and East taking a safety save. There's a trick coming up after this boss that can lose them a good amount of time. If you know a specific wall crawl, a little out of bounds trick, you can only lose about 2-3 minutes. But if you don't know that wall crawl like the back of your hand, it is actually quicker to just reset. Otherwise, it can lose you like 10 minutes. So we'll be seeing that up after this boss. Whoa, he's missed a jump with some fun backup strats. Oh, and see Kalibur here doing the puzzle here. The reason we didn't see East doing that puzzle is because there's a wall crawl later on in the run, not a bounce wall crawl, that can skip this puzzle. So it'll seem like Kalibur is further behind than he might actually be. Depending on how the wall crawl can go for East later on, it could even out some. And here we have Flagra, the cutscene boss. Flagra is a boss that, in a speedrunning environment, is probably 20 seconds of game time and 2 minutes or 3 minutes of cutscenes. We're gonna see. I think East does the big boy dashes. Not sure, but he's gonna be doing some really tight dashes here. Those bomb slots are not. They're technically bomb slots, but they're just like a damage range, so you can actually hit them from outside of the tunnel. Nice, and you'll see he hits it from outside of the tunnel. Doesn't have to deal with Flagra at all. And I see that Kalibur took that safety save as well, so I'm assuming he will also be going for the early wild, the trick after Flagra. Having a little bit of trickiness with that weird invisible. Nice, he gets first try on that bomb over that door. Yep, he's there with a clean Flagra, it's looking like. Nice. The last one you saw you dash to the side once, that's just to bait Flagra into doing the big slam attack over there, so you don't have to deal with that. Alright, so East now moving to grab Varia, right here from Flagra. Kalibur just getting started on Flagra. Nice. Still not too much separation. Race, PogChamp. Races are very PogChamp. Okay, Kalibur taking a bit of a safer strat here. Hitting those dishes to distract Flagra, so that way Flagra won't bother you too much while you're hopping over to hit those. Flagra can be a real bully with the swipe attacks. Those can knock you way back. So East here now going to try to get early wild. This is an infinite bomb jump. Basically, by pressing up into this wall, the two walls will make it so you fall down just slow enough that you can lay bombs infinitely and pop yourself up. And you got that first try. Nice. That unmorph is real tricky, and if you fall down there, it can be a big time loss. But that was nice. You got a first try. Now he's going to head over to another big section of RNG here with a ghost fight. And he had to do that to trigger this ghost fight. He had to go to that other room, hit a trigger that basically changes the layer of this room. So that way this fight is here instead of the Flagra boss. And he's going to be trying to stun lock these ghosts. Where they show up, how they attack, all of that is random. And these guys can cause a lot of trouble. Also, they can stun you. Ooh, that's a nice snipe. Three ghosts down. They weren't too mean. A little bit of a bully, but not too bad. Nice. Kalibur going for it as well. Let's see how he does with the early wild. Good start. Alright. It's alright if he misses just the one there, because he can just pop back down. Ooh. Oh, drop down. Looks like he's just going to keep running. Either come back. Oh, I guess he's going to come back for it later. Just take it. Yeah, like I said, that's a really rough trick there. There is a wall crawl, yes, but I'm assuming since he's hopping down into Magmore, they're not going for the wall crawl there. Ooh. Some nice clean movement here through Magmore from both of the runners. East doing that very smooth little dash into a bunny hop. See how Monitor Station treats him. Nice, that was a good Monitor Station there. That dash there is surprisingly tricky. Getting enough height off of it would be very mean. And he's grabbing Race Tank. Normally in a run, this tank would not be... Normally in a run, this tank would not be grabbed, but just for safety, they'll probably both be grabbing it. Yep. East here watching this cutscene to save a little in-game time in our RTA race. The speedruns for this game in the rankings are ranked by in-game time, so this run is primarily what's the word I'm looking for? I'm spacing on the word, but they do it for in-game time. Optimized, that's the word I was looking for. They're optimized for in-game time. Kalibur getting a little goof on those dashes, but got it second try nice. Moving over through the canyon here to grab boost ball. Whoa. East going down into the half pipe. A little bit of a goof up there. That's okay. Can get a nice quick backup here. Oh no. East PB is a 105, if I'm correct. 105 in-game. Clean boost through there from Kalibur. Yep, and here we're going to see East doing another out-of-bounds section. This one is called Wave Sun, because they're going to be picking up 2 items at once. Both Wave Beam and the Artifact of Sun. So here they have to unload the Phendrana Shorelines, because it's a very big room, and if you try to load that room and this next room, the Chozo Ice Temple at the same time, well, our little GameCube can't handle that, so it just crashes. So they have to forcibly unload that room. And Kalibur going to be doing an inbounds alternative to that. Going through and doing the Wave Beam regularly. We'll see there is another way to get Sun early. We'll see if he does that method. Right. Right, he's gonna hop here. He's gonna put the map. You'll see that the map thinks that he's in that next room there, that morph ball tunnel. And now he's going to. This is a very specific spot, and he got it in. Boosted his way back in. Wave Sun is good content. And now, East is going to position himself in a very specific spot where his morph ball gets stuck, and he's going to spin real fast. And when you spin real fast, the shell of the morph ball falls off, and then you can touch everything, and he's going to collect Wave and Sun, the Artifact of Sun, at the same time. He's just got to sit here and build up speed exponentially for like 50 seconds. Gameplay. Kalibur here doing the standard fight with the Sheegoths, where you fight the 4 small Sheegoths and then the Mama Sheegoth. Collect the Wave Beam. See if they can get the quick kill on this big Sheegoth. Getting bullied a little bit by the Sheegoth here. Oh geez, really getting bullied by this Sheegoth. Ran out of missile. Oh man. There we go. Sheegoth is weak to the missiles and the bombs as well. Nice. He's getting that. Moving on. Alright, so we'll see Kalibur opening up that door, and then similarly to what East did here, gonna lodge themselves in between a box and the wall and build up a whole bunch of speed. Looks like a good setup there. It's hard to see it flickering with the, because it flickers between two different morph balls at 60 hertz. So at 30 hertz, it's a little hard to see. East here moving through Magmore again, going to grab the artifact of strength, I believe this one is. Yeah. Ooh, clean little boost up that ledge there. All right, Kalibur here getting the infinite speed. You'll see they won't be boosting until they are in the next room, because when you boost, you touch everything, and you don't want to be touching everything all the time. And there they go, collect sun. Otherwise, they'd have to come back in here with the plasma beam, which is a bit of a detour later in the game. And you'll see they aren't unmorphing or boosting. Anytime they boost, they'll still be touching everything. And we'll see it later in the run. If you unmorph while the morph ball looks like this, the camera is very funky, and you really can't see anything. So to get out of this, they're going to go to a cutscene or something that sets the camera, basically. So the elevator or a save station will do this. So they're just going to roll their way over to the save station. Or to the elevator, I'm sorry. He's taking a quick detour through Talon to get back to the Chozo ruins. Grab a few items and then head towards ice, if I'm correct. Missed that. That dash is a very tight dash. There's a good backup here, though, where you can just hop right up there. Nice. Got the backup first try. Heading over here to grab another artifact. Normally, you would need the gravity suit, because this is all underwater, but they don't get gravity suit in any percent. So they do a slope jump, where if you basically push up against the wall while jumping, and it will increase the vertical velocity you get. Oh geez. Kalibur's very low on health. It increases your vertical velocity, and it's just exponentially so underwater. I assume you'd grab supers and Fen too. Yeah, because you just grab them on the way to the artifact, I guess. It's a bit of a detour. All right. So this is our next. East is heading towards our next infinite speed. This time, East will also have to deal with running around with it with what's called light show, which is what happens if you unmorph while having no shell there. So again, here he's gonna position himself in a very specific spot, spin for a while, and then collect the power bomb that's on the other side of the room here. This spin up actually takes a bit longer than the other one because the lava in this room causes a bunch of lag. Thankfully, it doesn't actually lose any in-game time, it's just real-time loss. Kalibur is stressing me out with this low health. He's hoping Kalibur can find some health pickups. Because the little bugs in this room can be quite mean. Nice, alright. Alright. And we see East boost and grab the power bomb that was on the other side of this room. And now we will see East moving around similarly just in the morph ball. They're actually going to do a fix to fix the camera. This is Light Show, by the way. What they're doing is they're trying to jump up to a place where the game will reposition the camera like that, and then that fixes Light Show and allows you to, well, it doesn't fix Light Show, but it allows you to boost. It gives you your shell back. And then here's that save station we opened up earlier. Going into the save station will fix the Light Show. And then if you'll remember the puzzle that Kalibur did earlier in the run, ooh, East getting rejected from that little spot there. This out of bounds that East is about to do is what will skip that puzzle, and it's called Ice Beam before Flogger because this takes you right to Ice Beam. In any percent, it is Ice Beam before Flogger, after Flogger. Because the Prime community is great at naming things. Yep, Kalibur here coming in to Magma Pool to grab the power bombs as well. East having a bit of trouble getting out of bounds here. This is a tricky little slope jump here. Kalibur replacing himself, wasn't happy with that spin up. Nice, and he got out of bounds here. Nice, so far clean movement through this out of bounds section. Shooting that to make sure the room is loaded before they jump. Ooh. Getting a little stuck up there, gonna bomb jump, bounce his way to a standable spot. Nice. Popping down here to grab the trigger. Nice. Kalibur getting the power bomb as well with the infinite speed. Ooh, fell down to the bottom of furnace here. Finding a spot to find a corner to Aether jump back up. Nice, found the corner pretty quickly there. Kalibur doing a similar trick as East did, just using a slightly different spot to reposition the camera properly. Nice. East not missing the trigger there. There's a trigger very close to that door that can summon the ghost fight that's in here. And hopping up and hitting that door to load the room around him. That was a pretty clean, other than that one room there, IBBF. Nice. Kalibur heading towards the save room, getting the Resident Evil camera. Nice, and he's safe in the save state, or the save room. Sorry. So now Kalibur will be moving through the same set of rooms, but he'll be doing it inbounds. That's why he did that puzzle earlier, so that way you don't have to deal with doing it now. Just saves a little bit of time to do it ahead of time. Those spider tracks that East just jumped on are deceivingly tricky to land on. They're a lot thinner than you think. Let's see if Life Grove Tunnel will cooperate today. This room is generally missing the bomb jump. This room is considered by a lot of people to be one of the worst rooms in this game. Nice, and you got it that time. Did the full loop-de-loop. Just there's collision at the bottom. The camera's off at a little bit of an angle. It's a very mean room. Kalibur getting a nice slope jump back up there. East doing that little boost there, so that way the power bomb will blow up all those walls just a little bit quicker. And Kalibur here having to fight this single ghost. East got to skip it by going out of bounds earlier. East actually still has a chance to have to fight this ghost fight, but they also can try to skip it later as well with a very tight dash. So let's see if this ghost bullies Kalibur too much. Nice, pretty clean ghost fight there. Oh, Kalibur getting rejected by the statue here the first try. Alright, East here about to do one of my favorite dashes in this game. Very long dash into a nice little bunny hop there. Just such a satisfying dash to see. Just careen across the entire room. And here East will be making a pit stop at the ship to both save and also grab a power bomb refill. Not quite long dash. It is a long dash, but it's not long dash TM. Hope we'll get to see some good long dash content today. Alright, let's see if Leif Grove Tunnel is kind to Kalibur today. Relatively so. They choosing just to take the boost instead of trying to do the bomb jump. It would be epic if somebody landed long dash TM in Attorney. Long dash TM is the dash from the like raised ledge behind the ship over to the door that leads to the artifact temple. It's the long version of ship dash. East here choosing not to do spinner skip. Oh no, they are doing spinner. Oh, ooh. Yeah, this little corner they're trying to hop onto here is super tiny, and then they have to do a very precise jump to get over to that platform there. Nice, and they got it. Ooh, missing that jump to the door there. Oh, and he's going back for round 2. He's not taking it. He won't. East will not accept. Ooh, is he gonna go again? East will not. East is not taking the backup for this jump, and he got it. Third try. Third time's the charm. See if these pirates here can bully you quite a lot. Let's see if he gets this. Yes. There's a little bit of collision to stand on that sloped ledge there. Can't really see it, but it's there. You can stand on pretty much everything in Metroid Prime. Now East heading towards the outer Fendrana to grab another of the artifacts. Outer Fendrana is definitely one of the trickier areas in this speedrun. There's a lot of tough dashes and jumps out here, and especially in any percent, health is limited. Nice, nice. That jump especially is a tricky one. That's why we needed that power bomb refill, so that way we didn't have to find one along the way here. Now, somewhere between here and I believe the entrance to mines, our runner is going to have to find a power bomb drop somewhere in the wild. There's a few spots it can spawn, but it is RNG as to where they'll find it and how quickly they will find it. And we'll see, if you've played this game, you'll see that they're going to enter in through this area backwards into the pirate lab here, do a climb of this room where the thermal visor resides. They will grab the thermal visor on the way back. The only reason they have to come into this area at all is to grab the artifact in here. You technically don't need the thermal visor to beat the game. It helps considerably with the final boss, but it is not needed. Now let's see if Edward here is cooperative. Sounds like he is. Ooh, he was not. There's a pirate in that glassed off area up there that basically has an aggression trigger. I'm not exactly sure how it works, but if you aren't in the right spots, or if he just doesn't feel like cooperating, um, he will just not jump through and break that glass. Nice. Kalibur here doing the, looks like he's doing the spinner puzzle as intended. We'll see if he goes for the, nope, they're going to do the, they're opting not to do the spinner skip. It's definitely a punishing trick to do in a race, especially. Kalibur getting that jump there. And in to grab plasma, nice. Geothermal core, that room there can be very, very mean. And now that East has that artifact, he can head straight. Oh, funky camera. He can head straight back out, and there's that power bomb drop that he needed. Straight back out of the pirate lab, grabbing thermal on the way. Oh, oh, good save there from Kalibur. Almost got bullied off there by the by those pirates. And I believe East just grabbed an extra safety tank. I don't think that one is normally grabbed either. Ooh, just missing the ledge there. Oh, and down the elevator. Ooh, not a big loss in game time, but gotta sit through that entire cutscene. Ooh, an East fallen there. Is Well, sounds like Kalibur has shut down. I don't actually have any SRL room there. And yeah. Oh, true. Yeah. Wild earlier, so that would have been. All right. Let's see if we can't get East's audio. That would be beautiful. Mm, all right. Well, East is going to be heading to phase on mines now, but I'd say mines is definitely probably the hardest section of this run, maybe one of the hardest sections in terms of just play. Second here. Two. All right. Petition for some vent shaft attempts. All right. All right. So here we have MQA. MQA is definitely a mean room. Let's see if you can get a nice freeze on one of those Metroids to get the dash across. Nice. Clean dash there. I will find the stuff to change this audio. Whoa, it's a lot of Metroids. Nice clutch dash there. And East choosing not to do early newborn, it looks like. Early newborn is a very, very tricky out of bounds. I understand not wanting to do that in a race, especially. I don't think he actually does it in his regular runs as well. Ooh, getting grabbed by that Metroid there. Ooh, very close there on that dash across the phase on pit there. Getting trapped in that pit is definitely a big chunk of loss. Getting trolled by the door as well. Game is being very kind. Moving towards now the Omega Pirate, which is the big boss of the Phazon mines here. We're gonna see East try to do a trick to one cycle this guy. So generally, you would need to take out all these plates, deal a bit of damage, and then he'd regrow them, and you'd have to defeat the plates again. But East here is going to try not to do that. Ooh, got noticed a little early and getting bullied here by the Omega Pirate too. And you'll see him aiming away with the single shots just to deal just the right amount of damage, and then laying the power bomb, turning on X-ray. Ooh, just not enough damage. Should be able to get a backup though if he's got enough time. Nice, got it. That was a clutch backup there. And now East just making the backtrack to go grab Newborn. Whoa. And generally with Newborn, you either need to come back with the phase-on suit, or to get it early Newborn, you either can do it inbounds with, I think 10 or 11 tanks is the human limit. I believe TAS, they've got it down to 9. But that's a lot of E-tanks for any percent, which is why they do the out of bounds to grab it. Opa. There we go. Beautiful. We got audio. Sorry about the wait for that. Little technical difficulties. I'm still a little new at this, so I'll take that as my B. Still learning how to be a good commentator over here. Thank you for dealing with this silent stream of just my voice. Beautiful. Moving back through now. Grabbing our free E-tank. And East is going to be making his way back up through the phase-on mines. And we see East here hopping over that to get over the trigger for that guy again. We don't want to fight him again. We already skipped him once. We'll skip him again. And here we have shafts 1. There are 2 shafts that we are going to go through here that we have to do spiderless. They're pretty tricky. They're some of the toughest rooms in any percent. Basically, a lot of very tough little jumps landing on very small pieces of collision. This jump that East is trying to get right here, that is I believe a 23 frame window from when you leave the ground to when you have to unmorph and then press jump. Oh, and he's doing it backwards. He ain't even looking at it. Ooh, down 1. Like I said, the spots that you're standing on up there are extremely small. This is a very, very tough trick. Very tough room in general. Nice, nice. And I feel like every runner I watch has a different little setup and lineup that they do for this room. Nice, and he got it. Pog champs all around. And now we get to go do Shafts 2. Which Shafts 2 is annoying in its own right, tricky in its own right, but Oh, getting bullied all the way back down. Tense, yeah. If both players, I honestly don't know what happens in that instance. I assume, I don't know. I mean, why would you forfeit if, I don't know. That's above my pay grade. Nice, and you got through shafts too. Tricky, tricky jumps there. Now we get to meet our best friend, Calvin here. Calvin loves to damage us and just stand right in the way. Oh, here he comes. Ooh, Calvin was cooperating. He's still going to be a bully, but he cooperated. Calvin can stand right in front of you while you're blocking, while you're trying to boost through there, and you just can't get through him. And the only reason that they come back this way instead of coming here first is because to even be able to fight this guy, you have to have gotten main power bombs and abusing the large pirate AI. They're not exactly the brightest of pirates. So long as you're never directly in front of them, they'll just keep turning towards you. Oh, okay, I see. He's trying to get that one. I was wondering what he was doing. And now the climb for this room spiderless is one of the last big spiderless trick. It's a bunch of very specific jumps onto relatively small spots. This last jump especially, they're jumping onto that little rail. It's a very small spot, and he gets it nice. That can very easily just slide you right off. That's a good jump there, first try. Nice. And now we get to see the Phazon Mine entrance cutscene on our way out the door. Any percent just loves to do everything backwards. He's taking a little swim in the pool. You know, got to rinse off after being in the mines. Gonna be going for a ghost skip here. This dash that they're about to go for is really tight. They're trying to land on this tiny little peg. Nice, and he got it. And now that tiny peg, he now has to roll off and then land on it again. The peg is small, the peg is slippery, the peg does not love you. Nice. One more dash. He's got Ghost Skip. That skips that entire fight with the ghosts that we saw earlier. Now East is going to be heading back to the ship to save one last time, and we'll be heading towards our finale of this run. Clean dash, little goofed on the bunny hops, but still a good, nice quick way through that room. Didn't fall in the water at all. So now East, I'm pretty certain, does Exo Skip. Let's hope we get some good long dash content. Nice, got ship dash. Deceivingly tough dash right there. This be a PB? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. He ran out of time to spell mana. So Ridley's a cool boss. We're gonna try to make Ridley go a whole lot faster. Missed the full flyby skip. I think that's the command for it? Yeah, that's the runners. So East here we're going to see is going to roll into Ridley because someone forgot that bosses shouldn't take damage from Boost Ball, which does 50,000 damage per frame. And just tanks more than half of Ridley's health down. Skip straight to this ground phase. Nice, that was a good snipe there from East. It's really tight when Ridley rears up like that and covers his mouth with his hand. Really good Ridley fight there. Really good ground phase. Got the quick kill too. Yep, taking the safety save. Looks like East is going to be going for Exo Skip. Exo Skip, definitely one of the coolest tricks in this game. Entirely skips the first half of the final boss in this game. So he's gonna kill off a couple of the Metroids in here. Um, Kill off the 2 Metroids in here to spawn in a new Metroid. I'm not exactly sure how the AI in this works, but the AI basically for the first 2 Metroids is goofed. We want the next Metroid in line. That's the one we want. He's gonna connive it into this room, this next room here, and then use this Metroid to push their way out of bounds. Nice, got it in the room there. Now the positioning for this is, oh, their friend Metroid came over to visit as well. And then basically, yeah, with the bobbing here, gonna try to get repositioned out of bounds. Nice, got out. Fell all the way to the bottom, but at least we got out. So now just gonna find the corner, Aether jump up, and then we got a pretty tricky wall crawl to get past this boss here. Nice, found the corner. Now just gotta work the way up. Ooh. Alright, they got it back. As I said earlier, Aether Jumping is a 3-frame window for every single Aether jump. Playing it a little safe there, getting nice and high up. Nice. They're on the collision. Now they're going to work their way through. There's still 2 hang-ups they can hit. In the first chamber where the final boss, or where Metroid Prime is, there is a trigger that starts the fight, which will basically just make you have to fight Exo normally. And then slightly past there, there's another trigger which is not so kind and will stick you in a room with an invincible Metroid Prime. So that is a soft lock. Having a bit of trouble getting, looks like they got the load. All right. Yeah, and finding standable spots in all of these rooms is very tricky. Nice, nice. Working the way around, past the first trigger. Leap of faith, and they're past it. Sweet. So now they just have to transition down through the sub-chambers, which isn't easy by any means, but they're at least past the kind of the worst of it. Trying to get repositioned here to find a good standable spot. Nice. Good transition into that. Now just the final transition, I believe. Just got to hit that trigger to load out, to get into the Essence Bus. Nice. Pog champs all around. That is a very, very tough wall walk. Definitely a very big boy strat. And now we get to fight Essence. Essence is something. Slaw. I read slaw from that. I think East wants some coleslaw. East here going to try to get some nice cancels on the on Essence here. Try to keep her in place. Keep Essence where we need her so that way she doesn't get too close to the corpse where she can skip a pool. Nice, good first pool. Nice, just got to get the attack cancels for this final phase. Whoop. Nice. Clean Essence. All right. That was a nice run there from East. Very good attempt there from Kalibur. That was, I mean, it was good, clean gameplay up till then. We'll see if we can try to get a couple of these guys in here for some commentary, possibly. And see if we can get ask them a couple questions, see how they feel. So give us just one moment on that, and we'll see what we can do. Bear with me for one moment here. Looks like we got Easton here.
Yo, what's
How's
up?
it going, East?
Well, you know,
I mean, GG's, congrats.
you were there. Yeah, thanks. Yeah. I feel like I played like hot and cold.
Yeah, I mean, your early game was real hot. Aside from like the couple little goofs and the frigate there, but I felt like the beginning bits there were pretty good, at least from my perspective.
Yeah. Yeah. Frigate sucked. Just like I didn't get on the door or something. I don't remember, and I didn't skywalk in the room after biotech. Like at the beginning of the, I got a 109.
Mm-hmm.
By the way. Oh, you haven't seen that yet. Anyway.
Spoilers.
God. Yeah.
But you did get the backup there.
Yeah, I did. I just went back to biotech. I like don't see anybody do that, probably because you know, they just reset because it's slow. But it was a race, so I just went back to biotech and did some ether jumps, and then I guess the elevator is bad, and then I messed up one of those rooms, and then I messed up getting in bounds again, which I messed up on stream like I don't know, like 6 or 7 times. So it's not surprising to me at all. So I started the race like I don't know, a minute and a half I think behind my like typical air quotes pace.
I mean, it worked out nicely for the race at least, because then for like the early game, you guys were pretty close.
Oh yeah, that's good. I think yeah, the early game went pretty well. I think the music looped on Zoid, I think,
Mm-hmm.
but pretty much everything else went okay. I felt like I messed something up in Arboretum, and then Magmore was all right. I can't remember anything going like horribly wrong in Magmore. I got Race Tank obviously, which costs however much time that costs. Wave Sun, I went for the strat that loses 16 minutes and didn't lose 16 minutes. For the record, the last like I think 7 or 8 times I've done that strat, I haven't fallen. Edson explained that if you jump into the wall and like slide diagonally across the wall, you like hit a catch point. And then if you just do like the shaft 1 trick where you like do the weird things with your controller stick and you slowly fall until you hit standable. Early newborn too, do that same weird trick. Then it works every time. I don't really know. I mean, I guess you could mess it up by doing the weird stick thing wrong or something, but I think it's pretty consistent. It just doesn't save that much time and it's kind of stupid.
Yeah, and it loses 16 minutes if you goof.
Yeah, and then I went from like godlike furnace strats into falling after ledge clipping on the like east furnace access collision, which was as cringe as possible.
Everyone loves
Yeah.
seeing the bottom of furnace.
So yeah, that was like a very IBBF. And then I don't remember anything else like really wrong until I guess like Upper Mines. I almost died to Omega Pirate with like 4 tanks or 5 tanks.
Yeah, you grabbed an extra tank, right?
Yeah, so I got Race Tank and I also got Labs Tank because in all my practice attempts that I was doing today, I died in mines.
Oof.
And in my 105, I grab all those tanks as well. I grab Race Tank and Labs Tank. Now, in my 105, I was taking a shitload of damage, like, in more places than I did in this run because I've been practicing and taking damage equals making mistakes. But I still got all the tanks because my mines has been super shitty. That's like the thing I've paid the least attention to. In all my practice, I've gotten through like save state practice. I've done like every room up to the end of Far Fendrana, and it kind of shows because it almost looked like I didn't know what I was doing in mines, like compared to everything else. I feel that way.
I mean, maybe for you. I feel like for the layman, for the average viewer, it's still impressive.
Did you see the damage boost strat to hit the Ridley cutscene in Fendrana 1? Or was Kalibur doing something interesting?
I don't think I remember seeing. Oh, would you get like bumped by the bamboos?
Yeah.
Okay,
I made
I
the
did miss
bamboos
that.
push me through the door. It loses like half a second or whatever, but for races, I feel like
But it looks cool.
it's a swag strat. I don't know. If I lose the race over that, it's like, well, fuck.
And I mean, you also did Exo Skip, which is a big boy strat.
Yeah, I fell all the way to the bottom and had to wait forever to float. That sucked. And then I got kind of stuck transitioning subchamber 1, but the rest of it was fine. It took a little while to get out of bounds too, but it wasn't like too bad. But I don't think it saved time. I'm not sure. It might have been a wash, at least RTA wise. It's hard to lose RTA because it's like 3 minutes faster if you don't make any mistakes. So
yeah, it definitely felt like once you got past that little hang up in the first room there, it was pretty much smooth sailing the rest of the way down.
Yeah.
And
Shout
then
out to Hazel for pointing out that if you don't press R, you can just kind of like warp around the collision, which makes that wall crawl a little easier.
Gotta love consistent strats.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then I mean your essence was clean. You know, it was pretty. I got a little scared there with that last pool, but
yeah, the last pool was terrifying. Like I could not pool cancel for the life of me. I don't know what happened. And then when I saw the pool was almost out, I was like, man, I probably held A like enough that I need to just keep pool canceling. So I like pool canceled up until the end, and she just kind of died, and I was like, well, shit, all right.
it just worked out. We're not gonna complain too much.
Yeah, normally my essence is like really clean, just because like when I made that essence tutorial, I did like probably like 12 hours of save state essence practice to like make sure I was understanding everything that Justin sent me. And literally the next run I did, I remember after I made the tutorial, the next run I did, which I think was my 1 of 5, I golded my essence split by like a minute. So yeah, essence practice is really important, guys and gals.
True, very true. Any last little words about the run in general, or?
I don't know. I feel like if I did, I should be able to PB moderately soon. I still need to practice like mines in the end of the game, but it's coming. I feel it. Before, like last week, I felt like I was never gonna PB, but I think yesterday and today, I didn't play like really good, but I played like kind of on par with my PB while feeling like I was playing bad. So I feel like it's almost time. So that's all.
So there you go. So you are gonna go on to the next round. Whoever wins in the Gunner versus Pyro Paper Planes will be your next opponent.
Ah, yes.
I will say GG to Kalibur. I don't know. I assume he's not going to be hopping in now.
Yeah,
but
I don't know if he said anything in the Twitch channel, but in our like race chat, he said he had like a terrible headache.
Okay.
So probably not.
That's fine. I mean, it was aside from he fell in early wild, and then I mean it was other than that he was playing well. I mean he was keeping up well with you. I think it was just that, and then there were a couple other small goofs, and I think it just kind of just. I mean, I get it. You know, it just piles up the little things, and you just get frustrated.
Yeah.
Especially if you got a headache like that. But
right.
It was a great effort there.
Yeah.
So GG's to him on the race. GG to you for winning. Let's see here. I think that about wraps it up for us here. There's another Metroid Prime race coming up here in just a little bit on this same channel. Dinglerath versus Pitsky, I think.
There's no
Unless something
race.
happened. Oh, did something happen?
Yeah.
What happened?
So it's this is not Pitsky's fault at all, but Pitsky lives in Minneapolis, so it's crazy there right now. If you've been paying attention to the news, so he's like physically incapable of getting to his house. Like the roads are blocked off.
Oh yeah. No.
So
okay.
yeah,
So
among other things, he can't participate like physically because of all the riots and stuff. So
okay. Yeah, that's
wishing Pitsky well. Hope he's
yeah.
okay. But yeah, so this is it. Somebody has to stream Prime now. Is anybody?
Somebody's got to hold down the fort.
Somebody hold down the fort.
Well, I mean, best to Pitsky. Then I hope they stay healthy. Then the next race is going to be on Monday, June 1st. That's going to be Mighty Caesar versus Cody, which should be a real fun race. So definitely tune in for that. We're not sure what channel that's going to be on yet. Yeah, I think that about does it for us then.
Yeah, there's an unannounced Hazel versus Vertigo race that's going to happen sometime. I think Vertigo says he's back at like 10 p.m. on the 30th. So probably 31st or the 1st they'll be racing as well.
That'll be a really good race as well.
Yeah. Hazel's getting sick and Vertigo's already sick, so yeah, it's going to be good content.
Very good content. All right, well, thank you everyone for coming and watching this race. GG again to the runners. I hope you all stay happy, healthy, and have a beautiful rest of your evening. Yeah. Thank you for coming, everyone. Bye-bye.
Oh, bye.